Right, so this is that vehicle, same one. Done a lot of videos on this one, a lot, whatever. So here's the injectors. Look, we're just giving the area a bit of a clean up. These injectors will sit here till the client picks up the car and they can see. Some people like to see the old ones. Now, just visually looking at them, we've got the serial numbers to know how old they are. They are very old. Now, I've got a suspicion here this may be a set of Bailey's injectors because these injectors were built in 04. Now, there shouldn't really be any cars in Australia that have got 04 built injectors, but I believe they were sourcing old injectors from overseas and rebuilding those. And the way you tell those, you see these cap nuts on the injectors. The cap nut is this part here at the end, it screws on. That's the normal colour. You can't see that one, but see the back one's all shiny? Because they also have their own cap nuts manufactured and replace them sometimes. So I'm pretty sure this set of injectors may be a set of Bailey's injectors, most likely. If they ever watch this video, they'll know from that serial number. They'll be able to look up all the details where they went to. Now, the other thing that got me thinking about this was, because I hadn't even noticed, I'm just going to try and put the camera down for a minute. Just give me a sec. I'm going to try and set this up so you can see what's going on. What have I done? Stay there. Okay, if you look at these ones, they do look alloy in colour, right? See, alloy. I haven't cleaned. I'll give them a wipe underneath the oil. Alloy in colour. They look that way. And then I see this one with blow-by, and just from there, can you see that colour? It looks like brass, doesn't it? So you can see the massive amount of... Let me just get something to pick that up so I can hold it and show you without my fat fingers being in the way. Okay. There it is. Try and get a bit further away, might work. There we go. So you can see the massive amount of blow-by. That does not happen with copper seats, right? These do feel rock hard. If that had that much blow-by and it was copper, it'd have a massive section blown out of it. And it hasn't, you see, because I reckon it's brass. And what I'm going to do, you can see the colour of it, right? It's silver on the seat area. See the flat bit? It's hard to see. Where it's going all shiny in the light, it's actually kind of silver there because even the brass had a coating over it. And it's worn off in the other areas because it's been in there leaking so long. But that silver section, that's the coating that stayed there because it was on one side of the injector. The injector was kind of covering it, I believe. Now, so I'm just going to go to the, you know what, I was going to go to the grinder, but I'm going to put this in the vise, give it a little file, and then bring it back to you, right? So there it is there. This is an evidence video. So take it to the vise. First thing I'm going to do is try and crush it in the vise and see if it leaves any marks on it. No, it doesn't. With the copper ones, it leaves quite a big mark on the material because it's soft. Copper's soft. Brass is intrinsically harder than copper, naturally, like obviously. I'm just filing away at that coating to see what we get. Yeah, that's brass, mate. Look at that. Okay, so now I'll bring it back and put it back in front of the picture, and you should be able to see enough of it to know it's still the same one. Which way was I holding it? I don't know. You can see that blow-by still, right? And you can see at the bottom of the picture where I fold it. That is copper, mate. And that's why it's leaked. Sorry, it's brass, not copper. That's why it's leaked, because the stuff is so hard. You can belt that with a hammer and it barely marks it. Just having a look at it myself. Yep, brass seat. So what I'm going to do while we're here is get one of these seats off one of the other injectors. We'll go for this one. Right. I'm going to give it a little spray with some, oh my god, yeah, that's putrid as well. Whoever put these in did not clean. I'm going to show you that actually. Again with the pliers so that haven't got the fat fingers in the way too much. Look at the bottom of that seat. Look at that, they didn't even clean it, right? So that's the injector side. Right. But the bottom, where the seat is on number 4, filthy. So it was never going to last. This is what people are doing to cars. You know what? Let's have a look at all of them while we're at it. Let's turn it around. Yeah, look at that. It's shocking as well. That was never cleaned when they put in the injectors in the ports. They've slapped, someone's got a set of Baileys and they've chucked them down the port without cleaning it. Look at that crud. So, you know, there'll be photos of these seats later on as well. Shocking. But I just wanted to have a look because these other ones, they actually look like Toyota, genuine, copper, with the coating over them, seats. So right now, degreaser. Just give it a little spray, give it a little rub, and see what comes off, what we got. I trust my eyes now. God, that's terrible. Look, I'll just show you that again. This is after I've sprayed it. Try to clean it with a can of degreaser. That coating is stuck on there. Now I'm going to go and put this in the vise. I'm going to do it up tight and show you how it leaves a mark quite easily without doing it up too tight, but show you how it leaves a mark. Yep, these are copper, 100%. And I'm going to get the file and file off the surface again. Beautiful copper seats. Getting good at this, believe it or not. Getting good at this game. Picking out the copper and the brass is what I mean, you know. Okay, just giving that another wipe so you can see what's going on. And then we can even compare the pair, right? So what we've got here is, see the copper colour, it's more of an orangey colour, and see the marks in that the vise made in the washer. This is why brass is no good. It is way too hard. It does not crush and squash to make the seal. All right, so there's your copper. I'm just going to put that down about there. I'll show you the brass again, because so you can, you know, try and compare the difference. Because it may be hard to see, but if I do it, try and get both of them together. Here we go. Time to pick up the camera again. So I'm going to lay it on the bench. Now both of these have been in the vise. Both of them had the same amount of filing roughly. The brass, you can see there's not a mark from the teeth of the vise, and the copper you can see, yeah, it's quite ripped up from the teeth in the Dawn vise. So here we go. Okay. Hard to see with the light on, I've got to say. See on the right, it's more of an orangey colour like copper, and on the left is the brass. See the copper, see the marks the vise put in on the left side of the copper washer, which is on the right, and the brass one undamaged. So there you go. And I'd say by the look of the coating, this number 1 and 2 have got genuine washers. So probably what's happened is, I would guess they put a set of Baileys in. They probably had brass washers originally because they were supplied in either late around 2014, early 2015, or all the way through 2015, early 16, before I discovered the copper. I think that was May 2016. And then maybe it had blow-by and they've pulled out one that leaked. Oh, maybe they pulled out all 3 were leaking, cleaned it up, because they did look like they've had blow-by before. Geez, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one when I'm thinking out loud. But there you go, guys. Blow-by, wonder why. Brass washers again, massive blow-by. This one, I think we'd better drop the oil out and double check that oil pickup. Client said he checked it and it's clear, but rather be 100%. This one's starting to look a bit dodgy actually. Brass washers, not good. Alright guys, hope that's helped. Have a nice day. See ya.